Talking about boxing. Huh? Yeah, because you called me. You done fucked everything up, man. I had to stop it and come back in. Now they not even on here. Yeah, but you don't call me until like 2 o'clock. Okay, I'm back on live, baby. People up here. Let me call you back. Love you. Bye. But yeah, yeah. Ask the question again, JG. Oh, Stevenson. Yeah, nah, Tank not finna knock out Stevenson. I don't believe that because anytime a fighter could use their feet, a fighter could use their feet, he have other assets to come along with it. So I don't think he stopped Stevenson, bro, in my opinion. Tank's a beast. Let's make no mistake about it. But I just don't think he stopped Stevenson, though. I don't think he does, man. Matter of fact, I think Stevenson beats Tank, to be honest with you. To be honest with you, bro. My opinion. I think he outboxes Tank. Especially what Tank I saw Tank do against what's the guy name? Whoever he just fought, bro. Russell. Russell. Especially against him. Tank had a problem. And I keep telling lots of people about knockout artists. If you're a knockout artist, you better be able to know how to use your feet. I'm not crazy, JJ. You gotta look at it, bro. I'm not crazy. All knock. Okay, okay. So listen, Tyson, one of the greatest knockout artists of all time. What type of fighter did he have a problem against? Who was his first 10-round fight against? Tillis. Knockout artists have a problem against people who can use their feet, bro, because they're not being trained properly. See, boxing is one of these sports where you'll have trainers who only know how to train one way. Or they're cheerleaders, really. Oh, you're the best, champ. You hit him with this, they're going to sleep. You hit him with this, they're going to sleep. And that ain't the yeah. Go back and watch. So, like I said, go back and watch who Tyson had problems with. Now, so I'm gonna speak on this for just a second, JG. You ain't got to go no further but Buster Douglas fight and watch that fight. That fight gonna tell you exactly what I'm talking about right now. But then I want you to watch all his fights. Tyson was a monster. Let's make no mistake about it. But the problem is when you have a knockout artist who now Mike Tyson could use angles, but he didn't move his feet very well. He couldn't box, quote unquote. He could not box. He get inside you, step to the left, step to the right, what we call using angles in the training world. But he couldn't move his feet. He couldn't box at all. Not very well. Well, first of all, Carmen, what's your name? Cameron Ahmed, I ain't got to respond to you right away. What are you talking about? Now, give me a second. I'm responding to somebody else. Well, guess what, JG? Tyson was high and drunk even through his knockout. So what are we talking about? All right, Cameron, I'm from California, bro. I grew up in California, but right now I'm in Georgia. That's where I live at right now. But majority of my time was in Florida. I grew up in California, pretty much became a man and raised children in Florida. You feel me? But back to what I was saying about knockout artists. If you go back and look at the history of boxing, man, I am a student of the game because I always want to put people in a position to win, whether it be boxing, whether it be youth baseball, whether it be youth football. I'm always going to bring my job home with me and think because I don't want to ever steer you wrong. And so you're from India. All right, respect to India. Now, India's a huge country. Where at in India? Like, you can say India, but where at? And y'all don't even call it India, so don't call it India. What do you call it? So while we wait for Cameron to answer, we're going to say this. Knockout artists, they don't do well once they face a boxing type person. Only because I feel like their coach isn't giving them the best tools to fight, bro. That's right. Barat, respect. I kind of know where that is. I want to say Barat. That's in central India. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. West Bengal. Okay. West. Okay. Respect. Respect. Respect to you. Oh man, listen, Floyd. All right, so JG, you may not believe what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna answer your question. Everybody knows who Pacquiao is, right? And back in the day, Pacquiao was his nemesis, even though they didn't fight till they fought. I used to say, I coined the term. I was the first person on YouTube to get to talking about Pactards. Because everybody was saying Floyd more, Flow more this, Flow more that. And I was like, man, all you Pacquiao fans are Pactards. Because y'all know what the hell y'all talking about. I coined the term Pactard. But Floyd is one of those fighters who would have been an all-time great, bro. See, we have to understand something. The man's I'm big on defense, JG. I'm big on defense. So with me, the three components to defense is this: feet work, feet work, head movement, and then you can use your shoulders or your hands. So he has the Philly shell. You feel me? Now Floyd's not the boxing type, but he can. If you go back and look at Pretty Boy Floyd, the man can box. But what he did was he slowed himself down, and he was so above and beyond the talent that he faced, he didn't have to move his feet like that because he used his shoulder and his head and his hand, right? So you have to think about those things. So defensively, Floyd's been and statistically, I don't even know if I said that word right, y'all. Statistically, Floyd is the best ever. He doesn't get hit, bro. So yes, he would have done very well in the 80s. He'd have done very well in the 70s. He would have done very well in the 60s. And bro, the man's an all-time great. It's just like Tyson. Just like Tyson. But Floyd, yeah, for sure. 100%. 100%. Come on with the questions, y'all. 5 of y'all in here, give me 5 likes. 5 of y'all in here, give me 5 likes. It ain't gonna cost nothing to hit that button. Shout out to Young Hannah Hefe. I gotta come up with my own little goddamn saying. Hit that button for me, shit. Nah, Stevenson's not on Floyd level. Nah, not even at all. Not even as a young Floyd. He's not on his level. Not at all. For sure. I agree with you. JG, not at all. He's not on Floyd's level. How and okay, and neither is Tank. And neither is Tank. Tank reminds me of those fighters from the 50s who would get beat up because they're in good shape. They end up catching you late in the rounds. You feel me? I.e. Rocky Marciano type. So, yeah. That's what I think about that. Like, y'all really gotta, see, I didn't know about YouTube like I do now, excuse me. But man, bro, I went all over the state of Florida, bro. I ran my car draggedy. Excuse me, draggedy. Don't even make sense. I ran my car raggedy taking kids to events. We used to go all over the state. And we would win Sunshine State games. Oh, yeah, man. You can look me up, man. Ask people in St. Pete, Florida. They'll tell you. Coach Willie know his shit. Will know his business when it comes to training fighters, bro. At a high level, man. I ain't no joke with this stuff for real. I can point out stuff, and I'm going to start doing lives on these fights and stuff, and I can point out stuff that you wouldn't believe. I can watch a man walk and tell how he fights. Hell yeah, just based on how he holds his balance. He going to be a slugger. He going to be a boxing type. He going to move his head. I could just tell by balance, and that's not something that came from me. That came from the heavens. Tyson destroys Marciano, bro. Destroys him. I don't think it goes past 6 rounds. Tyson is one of the best ever. Let's make no mistake about what I'm saying. He just has bro, listen to me. If it's not a boxer, Tyson's going to crush you. You can't just stand there and throw punches against that man. Tyson's the type of fighter you cannot just stand there and throw punches. Because remember what I said, Tyson uses angles, bro. He uses angles. So he going bang, 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 right or left, uppercut, hooks. Destroy you, destroy you. And plus, Tyson was a bigger man. Tyson was about 212, 216. Marciano was 185. Man, come on, man. Y'all gotta like, not I ain't talking about you, JG. Like people gotta like read and understand what weight classes mean and the weight class of the heavyweights back during that time. They were much smaller. Man, Tyson would have destroyed Joe Louis. Real talk. Tyson would have destroyed Joe Frazier. But Tyson would have gotten embarrassed by Muhammad Ali. Like I said, JG, go back and look at the fighters Tyson had a problem against. And the best fight you can go look at really is Buster Douglas. And watch what he did. Real talk. Now, let me talk about this. Now, I think Roy Jones was one of the greatest. But I've always said, when I'm training young fighters and I'm teaching them how to fight, when I'm teaching them how to box, I do not, what's the word I'm looking for? Recommend Roy Jones. I do not recommend young fighters watching Roy Jones. Because Roy Jones did a lot of stuff he shouldn't have done, but he got away with because that man was gifted. Very gifted. But technical-wise, that's not somebody you want to watch. No, sir. No, sir. Not at all. So, yeah, Mike Tyson would have destroyed Marciano, man. No problem, bro. No problem. Easy. He stops him in 6 rounds. He done knocked him out cold, bro. As we see him do a lot of people. As we see him do a lot of people, bro. What about fear? Okay, so now, hey, man, that's a good question, JG. So that's a good question, JG. Fury. Fury. So you have certain fighters that come along when they're supposed to come along. And Fury came along when Fury was supposed to come along. That's a big man. He's technical. Now, are you meaning what would Fury do against Tyson? Well, let me just speak on Fury first, and then I'll give you my opinion about Tyson Fury. Tyson versus Fury. Again, I think Fury came along at the right time where there's not many skilled heavyweights. There's not that many skilled heavyweights right now. And he's skilled. No question about it. That dude's a gypsy. They fight for real. They fight bare knuckles. So he's used to fighting. So he's a tough man. And he has little skills about himself. Not no little skills. That man have a lot of skills. So I give him. So he came along at the right time. Tyson Fury has been one of the best fighters in the last 10, 12 years. For sure. No doubt. But JG, Fury loses against all those guys you just named. All of them. I don't see Fury is not fast enough to deal with Tyson's angles. Fury doesn't have enough skill to deal with Ali. And Holmes would have just jabbed the crap out of Fury. Real talk. And dropped that right hand on him. And Holmes is the most underrated heavyweight there's ever been. That man doesn't get a lot of credit because he came right after Ali. So people are like, you ain't Ali. You're an Ali reject. You try to bounce around like Ali, which he did. But he learned on the Ali. But yeah, Fury loses against all those guys, in my opinion, for sure, based on talent level. Talent level. And again, Ali had too many skills. Tyson would have used angles on Fury. So Fury gonna punch. But Tyson gonna be in your chest. He gonna step over there and throw a punch you ain't gonna see coming. And like I said, Holmes, he just gonna jab the crap out of Fury. That's my opinion on that. But I'll give you my favorite fighters all time. In this order: Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Muhammad Ali. In that order. I'll say it again. Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray Leonard, Ali. Now, okay, so now when we talk about, I don't know, bro. I don't think he could have beat Bernard, bro. I don't think Andre Ward could have beat Bernard, but I can't take nothing from that brother. You know what he did well? Now, Andre Ward was the type of fighter, wasn't good. Excuse me. He was obviously good. he wasn't great at everything, but he was good at everything. I'll say it again. Andre Ward wasn't great at everything, but he was good at everything. And that's what I think again, like Fury, he came along at a time where it wasn't a lot of skilled people. I don't think Ward could have beat Bernard, but that's an opinion. But yeah, Ward's on top, bro. And what's up, Krim? Y'all give me just a second. Y'all give me just a second. I'm coming, y'all. Here I go. Don't go nowhere. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Okay. You just okay, JG, what you disagree with, bro? What's up? Oh, Barbara. Hey, oh, come on. Now you gonna come up here and let everybody know. Hey, everybody say hello to my wife. That's Barbara Clark. That's my wife, y'all. That's her YouTube name. That ain't her last name though, but it is what it is. But JG, what you disagree with, bro? Hey, yeah, Krim checking in and smashing the like. Gotcha. Appreciate you, bro. Tap in with me sometime, Krim. But JG, what you mean you disagree, bro? Holla at me. Talk to me. Let's have a conversation, bro. I ain't mad at that. Yeah, that's right. Everybody say hello to Miss Barbara. Miss All-Biz. That's my baby, y'all. That's my heart, bro. Trust me. That's why I got so mad. Ward smashes Hopkins. Okay. Now when you say, you sure? Ward doesn't smash nobody, bro. He just outlasts them. Ward, you know what? I'll say this, JG. Ward is a smart fighter. That man is very intelligent. But well, here's the but, JG. No, but B Hop was not fast, but he was smart. That's why I think that would have been a great fight. I didn't say they'll be stopped. I just think Hopkins beats him in the end. However, I ain't always right about that stuff. So JG, you make a good point. I think that'll be a battle of the wits. I think Hopkins versus Ward will be a battle of the wits. Matter of fact, that'd be a great fight. Now, JG, let me ask you a question, bro. Did you watch I mean, yeah, but yeah. I mean, he did. He beat those dudes easy, man. But I felt like that was a farce doing that Super Six stuff. Look who he fought. Look who he fought. Wasn't Frotch part of that? Look who he fought, man. Those dudes ain't have no kind of skills at all. So boxing's one of them sports where image is everything. And they'll promote fighters and they'll push fighters with certain records and push fightings because for a certain agenda. They have no business being on that level. So I think that's the reason why I might like be a little biased against Ward, bro, on that Super Six tournament because of that. However, I respect your opinion. And matter of fact, Ward and Hopkins would be a great fucking fantasy fight, bro. That's a good one, JG. You watch boxing, huh? Exactly, bro. Bruh, that was a good fight. JG, man, goddamn, you watch boxing, huh? Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. You watch boxing, I see. Okay, that's what's up. Well, then, JG, I need you to go watch Rade Voye Kalajic. I gotta look for. Hold on, let me get my other phone so I can get this goddamn spelling right. It's been so long because I used to have to when we go to amateur tournaments and shit. I fucking knew how to say his name, knew how to spell it and all that because I have to write his fucking name in. Hold on, let me look at this shit up. Let me look this shit up because I want you to go look at these fights, bro. So you don't think I'm bullshitting. Give me a second, y'all. All right, listen. Damn, can I type it in here in the damn thing? Well, I'll just say it. So Rade Voye Kalajic was my fighter. That I trained since he was 14 years old up until he was like 27, 28 years old. It's spelled Radivoje. That's the first name, Rade Voye. The last name, Kalajic. Kalajdzic. Rade Boye Kalajic. Go look him up, bro. Like I said, now I haven't been his trainer since 2019. I broke my arms in a motorcycle accident, and I think he made a business decision, man, and needed to move on. So it is what it is, man. But go look him up, bro. Like I said, you start looking his name up, you'll see me and him, NBC interviews, HBO fights, Showtime fights, for sure, facts. But yeah, man, I'm a trainer, bro, for real. That's what I do, man. Yeah, please do, and give some feedback, give some honest feedback, JG, because you say you're a fan, and it doesn't seem like you're a dumb fan either, because you have those out here. You feel me? I'll probably stay on here another 10 minutes, because shit, I ain't got but two people on here. I guess nobody want to hear about no damn boxing. JG, come on with the questions, bro. I guess nobody wants to hear me unless I'm yelling and screaming and talking shit about beating somebody up. But yeah, man, back to what I was saying before, though. Man, listen, I know people here. It seems like I'm a loudmouth. I'm really not a loudmouth. I just was upset because the man was talking crap about my wife. He had no business bringing my wife into it. So I got a little upset. Oh shit, Lomo's the truth. What you talking about? Let me explain something to you about that man. I give credit where credit is due. Lomo ain't had but 16 fucking professional fights and won a championship. Everybody can't say that. Oh, they're gonna say, well, he fought amateur forever. So what? Man, that man got skills. He got hand skills. He got feet skills. Now he don't move his head that much because he doesn't. Well, I ain't gonna say he doesn't need to because all fighters need to move their head. But he has hand skills, feet skills, and overall boxing IQ. That man know what he doing, bro. But again, in boxing, isn't being promoted like MMA, man. I know, JJ. It's all good, bro. I got to get used to people just trolling because I was a damn big ass troll too. That's how me and Mark end up fucking getting into it because I was a troll too, bro. I trolled the hell out of him, but I ain't say certain shit. But it is what it is. But yeah, I fuck with Lomo, man. Lomo, man, that motherfucker, bruh. Man, Lomo can fight, man. I don't care what nobody say. Lomo can fight, bro. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That man can fight. He got skills, bruh. For sure, 100%, no question about it. So, but that's what I'm talking about by having skills in the fight game. Having skills, yes. Like, so here's my thing, JG. People want to see knockouts, and that's exciting. We all want to see knockouts, but I think the pure boxing fans, pure coaches and trainers want to see skill over that. Cause let me explain something to you, man. When you're a trainer and when you're a fighter and you go to the gym and you're in the gym constantly, yeah, that big punching guy doesn't. they don't they don't fare well in the gym at all. Yeah, because they don't have any skills. You gotta have skills. You can't just have a punch. You can't just have a punch. Cause what happens when that punch don't knock that man out? Now what? What you got now? You better have something else to fall back on, which is why I say head movement, feet movement, and then rhythm. Or maybe I'm just saying that now. But yeah, you gotta have all that, man. You can't just rely on this punch because when that punch don't happen, what you gonna do then? Right? But you can always rely on skills. You can always rely on skills, man. Skills get you out of trouble, bro. Trust me, I know. That's why I'm so confident in what I be talking, man. I got skills. I don't got no big punch. I've never been a knockout guy. Never in my whole life, from a little boy all the way up to a grown man. I ain't knocking you out. I'm beating you up though, cause I'm gonna use my feet. My feet's gonna be my first resort. My feet, then my head, and then if I got to block, I'm gonna block. If I got to use my shoulder, I'm gonna use it. But usually I'm just in front. I'm just in front like this. You know what I'm saying? Cause I grew up in California. Well, whatever. Oh, JG, let me tell you something. Scott's a horrible trainer, and I know I need to train Wilder. But here's the thing, though. I wouldn't try to change Wilder, right? I would just try to help him. I would just add things. Let him understand, bro. I'm not gonna just, bro. When you touch this man, you gonna knock him out. That's what they. What you, man? When you hear people, man, bro. Trainers will get you hurt. Trainers will get a fighter knocked out with that bull crap. Talking about all you gotta do, champ, is do this. All you gotta do, champ, you touch them on the chin, champ, they're going to sleep. And they work on the and all fucking 10 weeks of camp, they telling this man all he gotta do is touch him on the chin. He gonna knock him out. So come fight night, and in round 4, that don't happen. Now what happens to the fighter's not to condition, but what happens to that fighter's mental state? You done been telling this man for the past 10 weeks, all you gotta do is hit him with his best shot, he gonna go to sleep. No, stop it. Stop it. Stop lying to these fucking fighters, bro. Be real with them. I'm real with my fighter during camp. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. If you don't do this and if you don't do that, you're gonna lose. Because it's facts. And so I think I could have helped Wilder be better, bro. Because I'm gonna work on what he don't do well. Man, that man's already now again, that's what Scott tried to do. But Scott tried to turn that man into Ali. Wilder's not Ali. Again, I would have worked on Wilder's balance. Meaning, when we hit mitts, I'm not gonna always just stand there when you hit a mitt. I'm gonna move back. I'm gonna put the target up and I'm gonna move away from you so you can miss it. And that's what I say. That's what happens in fights, Wilder. That's what you need to work on, bro. Your balance after you miss punches. Let's get your balance together. Let's get your coordination together. That's what he needed to work on. All that BS crap in the fucking ocean, and you got him bouncing around and moving around, and he looking all awkward. And bro, come on, stop it. Stop it. Scott just stole, because, trainers get anywhere from 10 to 12% of a fighter's purse. 10 to 12%, and that's if they work on any other deals, on the side. But trainers get 10 to 12% of a fighter's purse. Scott stole money from Wilder because he didn't earn nothing, and he made that man worse. He made that man worse, in my opinion. I get animated when I talk about certain shit, man. I'm just passionate, y'all. I'm like that when I coach football. Like if y'all look me up, man. Listen. I coached youth football for 6 years. Out of those 6 years of youth football, I won 2 championships. No, I'm lying. I won 1 championship. I was in 2 and only gave up 6 points. The first championship, we won 18-0. The second championship, we lost 6-0. Bruh, I'm a good coach because I think. And it's not what I know, it's what I learn. Oh, man, Wilder's crazy, bruh. He just was coached wrong, bro. Because his whole life, the brown bomber, just hit him like this, and you go, yeah, okay, which is true. But guess what? When you run into somebody, now JG, are you listening, bro? When I train fighters, my question to them, and once I train them and once they start getting a little confidence, I ask them this question. I want you to hear me close. And everybody, I ain't got but 2 people listening right now. I want you to listen to me close when I train fighters. What I question somebody with. What would you do if you came across yourself in an alley? How would you beat yourself? What would you do if you fought yourself? What would you do? That's a question most people don't ask themselves. Most people don't ask themselves, how would I beat myself? And when you do that, now something else clicks in your head. Something else clicks in your head. Well, what would you do to beat yourself? And you can see their brain. You'll see them look up. They'll start thinking, dang, nobody ever asked me that. I know. But that's something you need to ask yourself because that's how you grow as a fighter. Real talk. As far as reaching out to Wilder, bro, boxing's about politics, bro. You feel me? And there's lots of money involved in boxing. So Wilder makes millions of dollars in his fight. So you actually think that the people around him gonna let somebody? Yeah, I've been on TV. Yeah, I have a name in fight. I have a name in boxing. I do. But do you think they're gonna let that come in between their money? Bruh, no. Trust me. Boxing's a dirty sport, just like all these sports. It's all about business. It's all about who they want to be. And let me tell you something. And fighters, that's the reason why you hear about a lot of fighters going broke. Bruh, man, they'll get a bunch of hangers on. They'll get a conditioning coach. They'll get a strength coach. They'll get a mitt coach. They'll have the main trainer. They got to get a cut man. They have a manager. Bruh, they have so many people trying to hang on to their coattails, man. Now, with me and the fighter that I told you to go find out, I'm his strength coach. I'm his conditioning coach. I was all that coach. And I kept people waiting. Nah, y'all not finna do that. I mean, he does need a conversation, bro, but I mean, shit. Hey, man, you know what? If you got the link, tap me in. Tap me in. Tap me in, bro. I know I can bring Wilder back, bro. On God, I can. I know I can, bro. I know I can. Right now, I can bring him back. For sure. But yeah, man. Listen, I trained my son was a fighter. He didn't fight pro. He fought amateur, undefeated. He had but 10 fights, but he was undefeated. Taught all my girls to fight. They didn't fight amateur, but they was bad in the gym. Like I said, I trained a bunch of fighters out of St. Petersburg, Florida. I had one go to nationals. His name was Alex Diaz. And even then, the gym didn't even send me with that kid. But meanwhile, I'm training 20 and 30 people in an amateur class. I can train classes, bro. I know how to run classes, man. You feel me? Like, I'm so in tune with the fight game. I've had MMA gyms just ask me to work with their fighters. Real talk, man. I'm not just yapping. I'm being real about it, bro. Excuse me. Okay, so Jeff Lacy. Ain't JG, now are you just typing some shit up on the computer, bro? Okay, so Jeff Lacy. So he and I know each other. Right? We know each other. I know him personally. It's not like we cool. It's not like I've ever like talked to him on the phone or nothing. We've been around gyms together because he's from St. Petersburg, Florida. In particular, he had a coach named Dan Birmingham. But first, his first coach was named Ray Milton. I'm gonna say it again. Dan Birmingham was not Jeff Lacy's original coach. It was a man named Ray Milton. Matter of fact, I want everybody, ain't but two of y'all, so it's three of y'all. So I want y'all to go holler at or look up on Facebook, Ray's Vegan Soul Food. Look him up. That was Jeff Lacy's original trainer from that kid being, I think he said 9 years old up until he turned pro. And then he got with a guy named Dan Birmingham. I'm telling y'all, the politics in boxing is nasty. Go look up Ray's Vegan Soul Food. He cooks nothing but vegetarian food. That was Jeff Lacy's original trainer, bro. Now, back to what you asked me about Jeff Lacy. Okay, Jeff Lacy again was one of those guys who got caught up into people telling him he's a knockout artist, and he was. His name was Jeff Left Hook Lacy. JG, he almost got him killed. He didn't know how to. Hey, and Joe Calzaghe, I had no idea who that guy was until that fight. I had no idea who Joe Calzaghe was until he got that fight. But here's what I knew when Jeff Lacy was, because, Jeff Lacy from St. Pete. I'm living in St. Pete at the time. I'm like, yeah, I'm all about me. I'm all about and I say me and my people, our people. I'm going to root for our people. Man, when I heard Joe Calzaghe's daddy tell him in the corner, Joe, you got to be on rhythm. You got to be on rhythm like this. I said, Jeff's in trouble. And that was the second round. I knew he was going to lose the fight. Man, Calzaghe beat the crap out of Jeff, man. And Calzaghe's a bad boy now. Joe Calzaghe's a bad boy now. But yeah, Jeff's all right, man. I think he got caught up in the hype, man. You know what I'm saying? As most of us men do, we're going to get caught up in the hype. You feel what I'm saying? We're going to get caught up. If you're not strong enough mentally and take criticism the same way you do accolades, then you're going to get caught up, bro. Because they both mean nothing. Nothing. When somebody gives you a compliment, it means the same thing as somebody giving you criticism. It means nothing. And you better look at it that way. So yeah, Jeff Lacy he did what he did. He became a champion. But he got caught up in what they were telling him in the gym during them 10 weeks camp. Yeah, Birmingham almost got that man killed, bro. Birmingham, I tell people this all the time. If you, as a trainer, can't train somebody from scratch, you ain't no trainer to me. You ain't no trainer to me. Because anybody can keep a Corvette engine warm. Anybody can keep a Ferrari engine warm. I'm just saying. But can you build it? Can you build that engine? I don't think so. If you can't build that engine, shut up. But yeah, Jeff was all right, man. Jeff was all right. But he couldn't box. Again, he was a knockout artist. He couldn't box. He couldn't move his feet. He relied on his strength only. And that's not going to get you but so far in boxing. It's called boxing, not knockouts. And that's what fans don't get. It's called boxing, not knockouts. But people ain't feeling me what I'm saying. I ain't got but two of y'all listening. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, man, I gotta go. I gotta pull a lot of stuff off of my Facebook, man, and put it over here on YouTube. That's what I was saying earlier. I didn't really know about YouTube like that, because I should have been putting everything I was going through with my boxing journey on YouTube, bro. Man, I can train. Let me. All right, bet. I'm just gonna put this out here. Nah, I ain't gonna say that. That ain't important because that means nothing. It don't matter. Nah, fuck that. The Miami Beach workout that was stolen from me. That's my workouts. Bro, you said it clearly, JG. Birmingham. He's one of, like I said, he's one of those people who grab onto your coattails who don't know nothing for real about boxing, man. Now, Birmingham been in the game for a long time. But just because you in the game, don't mean you should be in the game. Am I making myself clear? Just because you in the game, don't mean you should be in the game. Am I making myself clear? Okay. Okay. Boxing's a corrupt sport, man. And boxing, and you know, it's just like anything else. The music industry, the Hollywood industry, boxing, football, man, all that shit is about who you know. Keith Thurman, listen, okay, come on with it. So again, I said the other night, I know Keith Thurman too. I actually know Keith Thurman better than I do Jeff Lacey. We've actually had personal conversation. Keith Thurman was another victim of Dan Birmingham. Now Keith Thurman's first coach was a man named Ben Getty. His name, Keith Thurman's first coach was a man named Ben Getty. Keith Thurman got his name one time when he was a fucking teenager. Keith Thurman been knocking out kids since he was 12 years old. I witnessed it in the gym. But again, when you got people telling you how great you are and they're not telling you how not great you are, you're gonna get your head gonna blow up as human beings. Man, what's the damn poet? Man, there was a Greek king who hired somebody just to tell him how ungreat he was, to remind him. He used to whisper in his ear and let him know you not shit, basically. Because if you ain't being told that as a human being, you're gonna fall victim to thinking you the shit. And we all know what happens to stars. We know what happened to stars. They fall. So yeah, but Keith Thurman, the truth. Now, do I think Keith Thurman's gonna make a deep run in his comeback? No. But Keith Thurman's gonna be relevant. And I think Keith Thurman's a B minus. Well, I'll say a C plus fighter right now. And I don't know who's training him. I don't know who that guy training him is, but yeah, he needed. Dan Birmingham was a fucking guy who hurt that man for sure. Be right back. Don't go nowhere, y'all. I'm back. Okay, y'all still here. Okay. Come on with some questions, y'all. Come on with some questions about boxing, man. Ask me anything, man. You could ask me whatever. It ain't got to even be about boxing. I'll answer them. Just be respectful. I'll answer the question. Y'all still here? Y'all holler at me. But okay. But listen, like I said, man. And again, I'm one of those trainers who always wants to learn and doesn't think he knows everything, because I don't. I know that I don't know that much. So I'm always trying to learn, man. And that's how you get your fighter better. You don't lie to your fighter as a trainer. I'm not in liberty to just tell you whatever so I can get a paycheck. Because the fight's set. I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want you embarrassed. And I feel responsible for you if I'm up there telling you the greatest of all time and go in that ring and get beat up. So no, we finna work on things that I know you're not very well at. And I'm gonna be honest with you during camp. No, you didn't look that good today. You need to push. Let's go. And when I hold mitts, I'm holding them like they would be fighting someone else. I'm not just gonna stand still. You ain't just finna stand still and punch it 1, 2, 3, 2, roll and make it all look good. No, 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 no. You finna work, bro. And I'm gonna throw punches back at you like a real fight, so you could be prepared to really deal with what's going to happen on fight night. No, boxing's not the same. What you mean, JG? Be specific, bro. Oh no, boxing not the same as it used to be. It's different now. Because you know why? I think it's more. It's money. Do you realize how much money is in boxing? And I spoke on this on Mark's live last week, or maybe 2 weeks ago. You can be a nobody fighter. You can be a fighter who has a record of 20-20 and make $120,000 a year. People don't know that. You ain't doing that in UFC. You ain't doing that in MMA. They're not gonna tell you that on the media because they're trying to promote UFC. I get it, because people, that's more exciting to people. Quote unquote, that looks more like a real fight. And it is a real fight. Yeah, MMA is more of a real fight than a boxing match. For sure. For sure, 100%. Here go a boxing coach telling you that. However, if Mark wants to go live, I'm gonna go live with him, bro. Of course. We talked about it, so I don't know. I don't know what his plans are though, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna go live with him, bro. I'm gonna go live with him. But back to what I was saying. Uh, Boxing makes way more money than MMA. Don't let them fool you, bro. Trust me, like I was saying, you could be 20-20 as a fighter and make $120,000 a year. You ain't doing that in MMA or UFC. And they lying. You not doing that. Now, where I think MMA promotes their fighters better is if you have 1 or 2 losses, they're still promoting you like one of the greats. Not really. No. They haven't taken over. That's the media's propaganda. Are you not listening to what I'm saying to you, JG? I've been in both sides of it. Like I said, I'm going to start posting my stuff from Facebook onto YouTube. I've been in MMA gyms. Those dudes ain't making no money. Yes, they're promoting it on television, but they not making no money. Them dudes not making money. Them dudes are doing that basically for free, bro. Trust me. Like I said, bro, go look. All right, JG, go look up a guy named Mike Bissett. I can spell that shit. That shit's easy. Mike, Mike. His last name is Bissett. Bissett. And maybe there's an E after it. But just go look that up. Man, that man came to me. I think he was like 12 and fucking 10 or some shit. I started working with bro. Me and him worked for a good little minute. Matter of fact, I had like 4 fights with that man. He didn't win. But the point is, he was in shape, and we were the fight of the night. And when after Buffalo, we went to Buffalo once, New York twice, and Buffalo twice, New York twice. Well, Buffalo is in New York, so when I say Buffalo, New York twice, and then New York City twice. After that man went on the run. He was getting called. 20,000 for this fight, 15,000 for this fight, 20,000, bruh. I'm telling you, it's in there. So no, JG. No, they don't cater to the amateur scene more. They actually cater to the advertisers more, but the advertisers ain't paying the fighters more. See, here's what a lot of people don't know. On a fight show, whether it be boxing or MMA. There's a certain amount of dollars that get put into the pool, period. So now you have the matchmaker and the promoters got to get together and decide how many fights they're going to put on for the night and who they're going to bring in. So let's say an MMA card has $50,000 and they have 6 fights. They got to break that shit up. A boxing match going to have $200,000. And it gets broken up like that, down from the main event, co-main event, and then so forth and so on. You feel me? Okay, you say, nah, you right on the pay. Like, bro, I'm just keeping it real, bro. Like I said, I've been on both sides, man. Like, I ain't just talking, bro. I've been in that shit for real, man. Yeah, so MMA not paying that, but MMAs don't do ever well. No, they don't. What you expect me to say? Hell no. JG, no, they don't. Boxers get their ass whooped in that cage. Just like MMA guys, though, get embarrassed in the ring for the most part. Unless they put them with people they know they're going to beat. Like Anderson Silva. Bro, they put them people in there. Man, let me tell you something. How boxing works. Most guys in boxing, their first 10, 15 fights going to be with people that off the street, pretty much. So when you see the highlights, they knocking motherfuckers out in the first round. They knocking. Yeah, you're supposed to do that. Which is why I say it comes down to the trainer telling their fighters what it is. So I used to tell my fighter well, no. I'm talking about JJ. I'm talking about when. So now Anderson Silva had a decent boxing record, bro. Go look at it. I'm not talking about when he lost against Jake Paul. No. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about go back and look at before he lost to Jake Paul. Silva was undefeated. See? This is what I'm talking about. I'm a fan for real. Like, I'm a fan and a trainer. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I pay attention and I watch. But they put him in there with guys he was going to beat. Easy, no problem. Yes, he did. Ngannou beat the shit out of Fury, bruh. No question. Now, but wait now. Hold on. I'm glad you brought that up. That goes back to what I said about standing there trying to punch with people. And Fury caught one upside his damn head. In Brazil by a squirrel back in the 90s. All right, well, hey, bro, JG just taught me something right there. All right, you just taught me something. But back to Ngannou. Man, he beat Fury, no question. But what happened to him against Joshua? But yeah, he beat Fury. I agree with you. I watched that fight. Me and my wife, actually. Yeah, for sure. He beat Fury. No question about it. Now, but guess what? JJ, you're talking about one person out of how many? Man, he clocked the shit out of motherfucking Fury. He beat his ass. No question about it. But listen now. I'm not going to sit up here in front. MMA's a different fucking sport. You can kick. I'll choke the shit out of you. He knocked his soul out. He did, bro. He did. He knocked his soul here to yonder, bro. He did. But back to what I was saying. Listen, boxers cannot go in the MMA ring on no level and win. It ain't happening. Trust me. In my opinion, I don't know everything, but in my opinion, a boxer, and I'm a boxing fucking fanatic. I'm a boxing coach. I'm a boxing trainer, bro. I'm a boxing purist. Man, we catch hell going in there. Bro, you kick your fucking knees. Man, you get me on the ground, I'll fucking start panicking and shit. It is what it is, bro. Because we spent our whole life, usually since we was 8, 9 years old, on our feet just punching with the 2 hands. That's why I say boxing's a harder sport than MMA. Because in MMA, you got so many tools to break your opponent down. In boxing, you got a left and a right. I'm either coming straight with it, I'm coming with a hook with it, or I'm coming underneath. And that's it. That's why I feel like boxing's a harder sport. For sure. But damn right, Joshua knocked that man's soul out. That was a good, JG, that was a good statement, bro, for sure. But yeah, my favorite fighter, like I told you before, is Ray Robinson, man. That's my favorite fighter over everybody else. And matter of fact, Ray Leonard, I actually had a chance to meet Sugar Ray Leonard. Bullshit you not, man. He signed my t-shirt and all. I was Let me see. I was like 5 or 6. He signed my T-shirt, and he actually gave me the nickname Willie Dynamite. My first name's Willie. He gave me the nickname Dynamite because I used to be in a little boxing gym because my mama was dating a guy who boxed. His name was Coy Young, and he wasn't no good or nothing, but she dated him, so I was around the gym, and I guess Ray Leonard was fighting in San Diego. Shit, I don't know. And I got a chance to meet him. He signed my shirt. I met Kid Norton, so because Kid Norton lived in San Diego. He's not from there, but he lived there because he was in the military. So I met Kid Norton when I was a kid. Man, I've been around boxing my whole damn life, man. Real talk. Mandingo. Ken Norton? You talking about Ken Norton? JJ, you talking about Ken Norton? Yeah, that you is talking about Ken Norton. All right, it took me a second. JG. It took me a second. That is who you talking about, Ken Norton. You right, he played that in the movie. JG, how old you is, bro? How old you is? Or are you just looking shit up on the internet right now as you talking to me? Then how the fuck you know about the shit you asked me about, bro? You young, bro. You looking shit up on the internet, ain't you? You Googling shit, bro? You got to be. You got to be Googling and shit to see if you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Well, listen, I'm talking real shit now. Ain't nothing fake now. Like I said, I'm gonna start posting my shit on Facebook, man. I mean, off of Facebook over to YouTube. I just wasn't doing it because I wasn't thinking like that, man. Okay, well, it is what it is. Oh, you say bro was around? Okay. What you mean by that, though? Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get on off. I ain't got but 2 people on here. JG, it was good talking with you, bro. I'm gonna start dropping more boxing videos, more like, you know what I'm saying. Like you said, you a fan. You seem like you're a student too, bro. Keep brushing up on it, man. Do me a favor, bro. Go check out my fighter, who I told you right there for you, Kalai Jeets, bro. Go check it out, and just stay tuned for my content about my boxing past. I'm gonna start pulling that shit off of Facebook and putting it over here. Hey, yo. But remember, y'all, all news is good news, especially if it's hood news. I'm all biz all the time. Peace. Tyree's his name. All right, JG, I got you, brother. Peace.